Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Where with Sim. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the tropics. Because if you do see, we got a 30% chance of development in the next 7 days, and a 30 or I mean a 10% chance in the next 48 hours. And if you look, we got Tammy up here who just formed, and he's gonna be kind of doing this loop-de-loop all around, because if you look, he'll be heading out to sea and then turning around and kind of going a similar way as he just did. So he'll probably stick around for a pretty long time, especially if he really redevelops in the same area again and again. Again, he's just gonna keep going around and around. So it's gonna be a pretty big concern if he just sticks around forever. He might be the longest lasting tropical storm, but I mean we don't know that yet for sure. So we'll have to keep our eye on this. But as we do take a look at our severe weather outlooks, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather today. We got no tornado threat, we got no wind threat, but we do have a small hail threat across southwest Texas. So make sure you guys are being aware of some hail. Make sure you cover your cars, and make sure you are even aware of that if you live in southeast Mexico. But as we do take a look at the climate predictions, our outlook 6 to 10-day outlook, we expect below for the eastern United States, while above for the west coast. We even expect that for southern Florida. We expect well above for the northwest United States. We expect above for the southeast, and then we expect below for a lot of areas. 8 to 14-day outlook, we expect above for the northern United States and East Coast. We expect below for pretty much Arizona, Texas, and even New Mexico, but we also expect above average temperatures for the western United States, and then below for the northern United States. Temperature outlook, we do have a slight risk of well below average temperatures. This goes anywhere from November 4th to November 8th, so make sure you guys are getting ready for that. Precipitation outlook, we do have a slight chance on both areas, so this goes from November 4th to November 7th. It goes from November 4th to November 8th. That includes western Washington, western Oregon, and even northern California. This includes portions of Carolina, getting into North Carolina, even Georgia, and then pretty much including most of Florida. But as we do take a look at the outlook for the hazards, those day 3 to 7 hazards outlook, as you do see, we got a pretty widespread pink area, which indicates freeze or frost. So make sure you guys are getting ready for that. If you live anywhere in this pink area, your blue area will indicate hazardous cold, so extremely cold temperatures will be likely. So we're talking negative degrees possible in some areas, because we're already seeing 40 degrees below average. It's just insane. But as we do take a look at the excessive rainfall outlook, I was really surprised to see another flash flood threat for pretty much the same areas again. This is kind of concerning. I mean, literally two Monteris's this week. They had two Monteris's this week, especially the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I mean, this is just crazy. But day 2 outlook, this is where it does head northeast, and the slight risk does get more widespread. This actually does include a little bit of Evansville, but you're most likely going to see flash flooding across northern Arkansas, getting into Little Rock, even southern Illinois, southern Missouri, even southwest or southeast Oklahoma, and then northeast Texas. So that's where you'll most likely see flash flooding. Western Kentucky, Tennessee, and even a little bit of southwest Indiana. I really don't know about you guys yet, but we'll have to keep our eye on some flooding in those areas, because I'll go ahead and show you why we we may not see flooding in those other areas, but we'll have to see about this. But you guys still have that slight risk in place, so make sure to not be surprised if you guys see it. Day 3 outlook, pretty much the same thing, but it shifts a little bit farther down south. As you do take a look at the outlooks, let's see, we're going to go ahead. There's a winter weather advisory, freeze warning, and hazardous outlook, so that's going to be something to really keep an eye on. As we do take a look down here, these are flood watches and flood warnings. Those reds in the Dallas-Fort Worth area are going to indicate flood warnings, and then we even got some wind advisories in effect. Let's see what those are. Oh, high wind watch. Oh wow, high wind watch. But even a high wind warning in effect too. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big concern. So yeah, make sure you guys are keeping your eye on that. Let's see here. We got some pinks, which indicate freeze warnings in effect. Oh, red flag warnings. I mean, I keep getting them. Oh, they do have actually a freeze warning in effect, but I mean, I'm sorry I keep getting them wrong. I might be forgetting which outlooks are which colors, but yeah, but I mean, we'll make sure you guys are being aware of these. We even got winter storm warnings, dense fog advisories in effect, so yeah. But as we do take a look at the GFS model, there's the radar, and as you see for today around, let's see, for today, or this tomorrow around 1 a.m., you can actually expect some freezing rain for the Panhandle, Texas. This actually includes Amarillo, and as you see, that's going to be around the morning hours where we start to see isolated freezing rain in Kansas, while we are seeing quite some widespread freeze across the Panhandle, Texas, and then as you see, this first round of storms that comes in will pretty much be for tonight. So make sure you guys are being aware of that. And then we'll see another round of storms for this area, which will be later tomorrow around 7 p.m. So make sure you guys are being aware of that too as well. If you live in the Ohio Valley, we'll see 2 rounds of storms, and even some showers. So I mean, it's pretty widespread. They're pretty widespread though, so they do include a lot of that area, and I call that area the tri-state because it includes 3 states, and on the Eyewitness News, the 14 News does this area down here, and that's where I live. So yeah, but if any of you guys live in the tri-state, just be aware of this, or if you live in the Ohio Valley, be aware of this. But as you do take a look at the GFS model, this is anywhere from now to November 4th, and as you do see, we're seeing some pretty decent amount, just widespread 1 inch across Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, even Oklahoma, Texas. We're seeing up to a foot of snow in Colorado. We are even seeing some for Ohio Valley, and I mean, that is kind of just nuts because you wouldn't really expect this much snow this time of year, so it's kind of rare that we do see a ton of snow start early, especially earlier than November. So that's kind of why it's rare, is because it started earlier than November, and that's the time where we usually see the most snowfall. So I mean, it's going to be a pretty interesting thing, and we will continue to see that. But as we do take a look at the let's see, this is the jet stream, and as you do see, we'll have a little round of storms for Ohio Valley possibly on Halloween, but there's going to be more for like snow showers and stuff like that. And then as we take this forward, we're seeing some pretty decent strong jet stream come through with a low pressure system. This may bring some heavy rain for Wisconsin, and then that's as far as it goes. So yeah, this goes all the way out to November 5, and then it starts pretty much today, which is pretty much around this time. Yeah, pretty much right here around 7 a.m. So as you see today, nothing really active. So yeah, not really a big concern. pretty much throughout the whole day. So yeah, definitely something to be aware of, but where we're not really seeing much thing in the way of active today, we'll go ahead and take this forward, and this is anywhere from now to November 5th, and as you do see, we're talking up to 2 inches of rain for a little bit of southern Indiana. We're talking to maybe up to 2 inches for western Texas, or I mean western Kentucky, western Tennessee, southeast Missouri, getting into lots of Arkansas, and then we could be talking up to 2 inches in a little bit of Texas. And I mean, it's not really showing a whole lot of rain for Texas, because if you look, we'll go ahead and go back to gate 1. There is a moderate risk, which indicates that a ton of rainfall is possible, but with the GFS model, as you see, it's not really showing a whole lot of rainfall for that area. So I mean, that's gonna be something to really watch for. So even though it's not showing that Texas will get a lot of rainfall, or at least a ton of rainfall, we may still see some pretty widespread amounts of like 3 to 4 inches, especially if we got that moderate risk in play. So make sure you guys are being aware of that. But as we do take a look at the let's see, temperature anomalies, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. We actually had those flash flood warnings in effect. I actually kind of want to show you guys this. Let's see, when are they in effect? Because that could determine on if this moderate risk. Let's see. That's okay. So yeah, so dangerous flash flooding is currently in effect till 9 a.m. today. Okay. So I think so as you guys probably do see, there's actually flash flood warnings across this area. So I think that moderate risk for excessive rainfall was actually yesterday, yeah, because if you look, it's pretty much the same thing. So I think that was for last night, is when we had that moderate risk in play. And let's see, this Saturday, let's see, day 2. Because here's something a little bit interesting, because if you go to day 1, and if you look, as you do see, it does show moderate risk, and said this for Saturday and the Sunday, but if you look, it's not really going into central Texas very well. And if you look, this dips down more towards San Antonio, Texas, and even towards down here. So I mean, it's not showing it very well on both. And but for today, if you look, that we have that going into, that's really interesting actually. Okay, so day 1. So there's from now into Sunday, and as you do see, there's day 1, but it's yep, that's day 1, day 2, yep, that's day 2, so 2. But if you look, it actually extends into there. So I mean, it's not really showing the outlooks very correctly, because if you look, this one is different and then this one is different. But I mean, I don't want to waste my time talking about this, but we probably have a moderate risk of flash flooding today, but I can't really tell because it's getting it wrong. But this is saying we do have a moderate risk, so moderate risk of flash flooding today, so make sure you guys are aware. And then we'll go ahead and go back to the precipitation, and as you do see, we're just talking some widespread 2 to 3 inches of rain across a lot of this area. But in dew points, I will go ahead and take this forward, and as you do see, we're expecting some 20-degree dew points as we get into November 30th. We'll go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, freezing dew points will continue to stick around forever as we get through November 5th. So yeah, we're talking some active freezing warnings across the Ohio Valley. And if you look, we're even seeing some dew points in Nebraska, even some freezing dew points. Ooh, we may be talking negative degree dew points, like -5 in Arizona. Wow, we never seen that before. So that's going to be a very big concern. But yeah, we're definitely talking some active dew points. And the freezing dew points that you see going into Hawaii, that's anywhere from that's anywhere from October 30th to November 3, okay? So that's where we'll see some freezing dew points for the Ohio Valley. But as we do take a look at the regular temperatures, as you do see, we're expecting some freeze across this area. We're talking the 20s. And as you do see, this for November 1st around 1 a.m. in the morning time frame. And then we'll go ahead and take this forward. This will stick around till 7 a.m. but get even more chillier because the sun hasn't came up. And then as you do see, we're talking some 29 for November 2. And I mean, it's a little, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but like if it's kind of a little bit scratchy. See, I think on November 2 we'll see this go shift a little bit off to the east. So like southwest Indiana will be seeing 29s too as well. And on the other hand, the weather channel said we will see freezing temperatures on those days. So thank you guys very much for watching. I do want to let you guys know that fall tornado season is coming up, and I want you guys to get prepared for fall tornado season this year, because if you guys remember, we had those severe weather outbreaks in December and even November. So if you guys don't remember those, you guys can watch those on Ryan Hall channel. He's a really good meteorologist, so if you want to be live with him and subscribe to his channel on YouTube, you can. But yeah, so if you guys wanna get prepared for fall tornado season, you can, and it's better to stay safe than sorry. So make sure you guys do get prepared for active tornadoes this fall into the winter. So hope you guys stay safe and have a wonderful day.